Hunt, and we're here at the Calgary Wildlife Rehabilitation Society. Well, these little cotton-tailed rabbits came to us from Sundre. They are rabbits, not hares. Hares are the ones that we mostly see in the city here. And there is a big difference between rabbits and hares. Hares are born fully furred with their eyes open and they can hop within hours of birth. Rabbits are born much more helpless. They're born with no fur and with their eyes closed, so their mothers really definitely have to take care of them. They're usually found in little nests or little burrows. These little guys were found in a nest on a construction site where they were going to be filling in with concrete. And so the construction workers found them and brought them to us to take care of them, to raise them until they're old enough to be released. We're very optimistic about the prognosis for these little guys. They seem to be doing really, really well, and we're very, very hopeful that they're going to be able to be released back into the wild as soon as they are adults. So these red tree squirrels came to us, like a lot of the animals that come to us, just from a caring citizen who found them orphaned and brought them in. This is our native squirrel that's found in Alberta. Unlike the eastern gray squirrels that most people are familiar with in our city, these ones are the native. The eastern gray squirrels are an invasive species that was introduced to the city. So a lot of people haven't actually seen a red tree squirrel because they kind of got pushed to the margins of the city and outside of the city when the eastern grays were introduced. So it's really interesting for people to be able to see what our native squirrel actually looks like. Well, these groundhogs are a first for us. In southern Alberta, we don't actually see groundhogs. These groundhogs came to us from Grande Prairie, which is quite far away. And it was quite a story for them to get to us actually, because they were found on a farm. Their mother had been killed by accident, and so they were orphaned and they needed to come to a rehabilitation center. We were the ones that ended up agreeing to take them. And so a trucker in Grande Prairie drove them to Sherwood Park, where our site manager drove up from Calgary to Sherwood Park to pick these little guys up and bring them to us so that we could care for them properly. They're doing wonderfully. There's 3 of them, and they're very, very sweet, quite friendly, and all the staff love them. And in terms of what we're going to be doing with them, we're going to raise them until they're adults, and then it is our goal to release them back into what their natural habitat will be. So we are going to have to take a day trip to get them back to where it's more native for them. As you can see, a groundhog is quite a lot larger than a ground squirrel. Ground squirrels are what people would call gophers around here. They're actually called Richardson ground squirrels, but people would around here call them gophers. And right now, they're almost a similar size as an adult, these little baby groundhogs that we have, but they get to be quite a lot bigger. They are in the marmot family, but they are a rodent just like our ground squirrels are and have a lot of rodent-type behaviors. Calgary Wildlife Rehabilitation Society is a Calgary-based nonprofit charitable organization. We do have a very active volunteering program, so people who want to volunteer, we welcome their volunteer application form, which can be found on our website. We are funded almost entirely by donations from the public, and so if anyone wants to help, we do very much appreciate any donations, either of people's time or financial, to help us reach our mandate and our goals.